Erev Tov, Reba.
Shalom.
Shalom, Erev Tov, everybody.
Shalom, Rabbi
Shalom,
Trish
shalom.
and
Hi.
Rabbi Elias.
Elias, I
Shalom,
cannot tell you that background is everything.
I need to write his name in the chat. I'm going to redo it with his name. His name is Baruch Nachshon. Nachshon, like the guy with his toe.
Yeah.
So yeah, he makes this beautiful art.
So gorgeous.
Thank you.
I am just double checking my sound as I am learning to do.
It sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sounds great.
Hello, Reba. Boker Tov.
Look like you're all bundled up.
It's so snowy out the window. Ellen Rose, how is it in New York?
It was in the 40s today, but cloudy.
We were 67 today. Oh,
Wow.
man. It was amazing. It was windy, but it glorious. Absolutely glorious. All right, I am going to move my...
It was windy here, but it's only like 49 degrees, and it's a very cold, wet Pacific wind. You know what I mean, Shush. It's just that Northern California wind that just really gets you in the bone. So we dress, even though it's only in the 40s, it really feels cold.
It really is bone chilling.
Yeah,
That damp, windy San Francisco cold.
Indeed.
We get that sometimes here in Florida. The raindrops are just like little icy, and you know it's going to get really cold.
Ugh.
It's that humid cold.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Stubby Kitty doing?
Right.
Oh, very good. She's doing real good.
Good. And how's Chinoki doing, Ellen?
She's doing her thing. Yep. The boss.
You have a little Tinook?
Yep, I do.
Isn't that the cutest cat name ever, Rabbi Shush? Chinoki?
Tinoki. I love it. Sora is on her way. I don't know. We'll give her a second. It's like she disappeared. Maybe she'll be back. Interesting. There she is. Erev Tov, our beautiful Sipora. All right. Well, I know that my friend Lori from Santa Rosa will be here as well, but apparently just not yet. So let me share screen. Oh, there she is.
How's Brownie doing, Sephora?
Oh.
Good. No, no. Say hi, Brownie.
Oh. Oh, face. Oh, man. I know. I love that you know everybody's pets' names, Rabbi Elias. That is like, wow.
Ellen started it because she would always ask about my cat, Bella, when I lived over with Bella. So thank you, Ellen, for always asking about Bella.
Is Bella still at your house and you're living with Granny Franny?
You know, it's Granny. Bella lives with my granny now, and I live elsewhere now. But Bella's still around. She just doesn't come to services very much.
Yeah. And there's Rabbi Ruthie. Awesome. Well, we'll give it another minute. Let everybody. Hi, Lore. I was getting ready to start and said, I know Lori's going to be here.
Hi.
Hi. It's so good to see you. All righty. Is your wife around too?
I don't think she heard you, Rabbi Shush.
Okay.
She muted.
It's all good. All right. Well, oh my. All right. I'm going to give it a second. If I started playing, I would have missed Marvin and
Hi,
Ellen.
Rabbi Ruthie.
Hi, Rabbi Ruthie. All right. All right. Now I'm going to share screen and we'll get started. And
Hi.
hi, Marvin. All right. Slideshow. Slideshow from the beginning. There we go. It's the 16th of Shvat. All right. And we begin with a little bit of happiness to be together. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לילה 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 לילה, הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לילה 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 לילה, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד, שבת אחים גם יחד. How good it is to be together. All right. So now it's time for what I love to call our little heart opening. Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, O lefanav birnana, lefanav birnana. Take a deep breath and breathe into it. Serve God with happiness. Come before God with joy. Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, O lefanav birnana, lefanav birnana. Yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la 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 la, yalla la la la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Yivdu et Hashem b'simcha, Bo lefanav birnana, ולפניו ברננה. עבדו את השם בשמחה, עבדו את השם בשמחה, ולפניו ברננה, לפניו ברננה. יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, יאללה לה 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 לה, yalla la la la. So I'm just gonna say, this is not entertainment. This is a participatory sport. So I can't hear you. So sing. Yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 la. Yalla la 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 la. Yalla la la la. Yalla la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. One last time. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Followed by a deep breath. I truly do find that just opens and opens my heart. So we move on to the beginning of Mariv. והוא רחום יפה עוון ולא ישחית, והרבה להשיב אפו ולא יכיר כל חמתו. אדוני הושיע המלך יעננו ביום קראנו. ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני המבורך לעולם ועד. Would somebody volunteer to read the English for me before we sing Bore Yom? I can't really see, so just unmute yourself.
I'll read it.
Thank
I'll
you,
read it.
Ellen. Thank you.
You're welcome. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, whose word creates the mysterious time of dusk, filling the world with possibilities. In wisdom, you open heaven's gate, and with understanding, you change times and vary seasons and arrange the stars in the heavens according to your will. Creator of day and night and the trembling in between time, who spreads out light before darkness and darkness before light, who creates day and brings forth night, who separates day from night, who arrays the whole earth with glory. Holy is your name. Blessed are you for the creations that happen every day. Baruch atah Adonai hamaraviv aravim.
So join me 6 lines from the top for Bore Yom. Thank you, Ellen. That was beautiful. Don't
You're
forget to mute yourself again.
You're welcome.
Bore Yom v'layla, kolelo mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, umavir yom umevir layla, umavdil ben yom uven layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu, le'olam va'ed. El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu, le'olam va'ed. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. I'm going to stop the share for a second. Just check in with everybody and check the socials. see if I don't see any comments. I don't see any people. Well, there's 4 people there. So I don't see any people. Oh, there's Barbara Kirsch. Hello, Barbara. Okay. Oh, did you hear all of that? All right, beautiful. Okay, we will make our way back to sharing screen. Share. Awesome. All right. We continue. Everyone can hear okay? Everything's good? All right. We continue with the Havat Olam. Singing of love, Havat. Havat Olam. Beit Yisrael. Amchavta. Torah u'mitzvot, hukim u'mishpatim, otanu limadeta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shochveinu u'v'kumenu, nasiach b'chukecha, v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha. חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה כי הם חיינו באורך ימינו ובהם נגה יומם ולילה ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. It's time for the Shema. Rabbi Ruthie, can you unmute and lead us in the Shema tonight? Yes?
Yes, I can.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem, Kevod Malchuto, Leolam Vaed.
Would you please continue with the Ve'ahavta?
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'chayu hadbarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavacha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shiftecha b'beitecha uvlechtecha v'derech u'shokmecha uv'kumecha u'kshartam leot hayadecha v'hayu letotefot b'neinecha uv'tavtam amizuzot beitecha uv'isharecha Leman tizkaru liasitem nekol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim leloechem ani Adonai Eloechem asher hoseti echem me'eretz Mitzrayim v'yot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Eloechem.
Toda Rabah. Laura, would you read the English for us?
You ask me?
Yes, baby.
Sure. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your might, and these words which I command you this day, you shall take to heart. Teach them diligently to your children and recite them at home and away night and day. Bind them as a sign upon your hand and as a reminder above your eyes. Inscribe them upon your doorpost of your homes and upon your gates. Then you will remember and observe all my mitzvot and be holy before your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God, who is truth. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Rabbi Ruthie, too. All right, it's time to sing the song of our freedom and redemption. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha neda b'kodesh. Norati hilo osefele. Norati hilo osefele. Malchutecha ra'uvanecha. Bokeyam lifnei Moshe. Ze'elianu ve'ameru. Ze'elianu ve'ameru. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. V'ne'ema kifada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo miyad chazak mimenu. Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. I'm going to just go up to the chat for a moment. It's all good. All right, and here we go. Hashkivenu Adonai. Susan, would you read the English at the bottom of the page? Lay us down.
Sure.
Thank you.
Lay us down, one of being, our divinity and peace, and raise us up, our protector, to the goodness of life, and to peace spread over us the shelter. Your peace guide us with good counsel before your presence, and save us speedily for the sake of your name.
Awesome. 2 lines from the bottom. Please join me. Susan, I'd love you to sing along, but please mute.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I want you to sing along. That's part of the fun. One of these days, we'll have the technology to be able to do it all together. Oh well, it's coming. Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat, shalomecha. Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat, shalomecha. Ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ufros aleinu sukat, sukat, shalomecha. Pros Aleinu Sukat Shlomecha. Baruch Ata Adonai, Shomer Amo Yisrael Lad. Well, we are at our dividing line, at our comma in the service at the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitgadal Shemer Rabba, B'yalma divrei chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei Shemer Rabba mevorach, le'olam olamei amaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalal Shemei Dekudesha, B'richu, Leila min kol bechata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Well, all right, I'm going to stop the share just for a second because I just like to check in. Rabbi Elias had to step away. He had to help Granny Franny. So that's what he has to do. It's his heart's desire, and it's what he does, and it's a beautiful thing. All right, so we are getting ready for our standing prayer, our Amidah, remembering that we are introducing ourselves to Hashem. We're walking into that throne room, and you just wouldn't run in and say, "Hey, King! Hey, Sovereign!" We go slowly and we introduce ourselves politely, reminding Adonai that God knew our ancestors and loved them, and to love us and treat us with that kind of love and respect as well. So here we go. We are sharing the Amidah. La 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 Adonai. La 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 Sfatai Tiftach. La 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. La 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 Adonai. La 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 Sfatai Tiftach. La 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. La 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 Adonai. La 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 Sfatai Tiftach. La 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 Ufi Yagid. Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, v'Konei HaKol, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. We'll continue silently. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Hamcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lechol hashalom. כי אתה הוא מלך אדון לכל השלום. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים Peace is not the absence of conflict. Peace is dealing with conflict. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יוש תבל ויאמרו אמן. May the one who makes peace in the high places make peace for us, the people Israel, and all people who dwell on earth. So here we are at our exclamation point, the Kaddish Shalem. יתגדל ויקדש שמי רבה, ויעלמה דברי חירותי וימליך מלכותי, וחיי חון וימי חון, וחיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עולמי המאיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי לקודשה, ברכו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יתגבל סלוטון ובדחון, דכל ישראל, קדם ובהון דבישמיה ואמרו
אמן.
יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
אמן.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו
Amen.
Beautiful. You guys are the best. Absolutely. All right. Well, it's time for a little bit of Torah. Tonight is really just a tiny bit. I'm still in the midst of writing my drash for the weekend. But there were some things I found that I thought were interesting that I thought I would share. You know, that's what I do. So, we can sing a little Vayehi Ben Soa if you like. And then we'll talk Torah. Vayehi Ben Soa Haron, Vayomer Moshe, Kumar Adonai, V'yafutzu oivecha, וינוסו משנאיך מפניך, כי מציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני בירושלים, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו. I'm going to take it off share. There we go. So we can all be together. Awesome. Thank you. So this week, I'm going to just put my guitar down for a minute. This week, we get to read the 10 utterances, the 10 commandments. And in doing my research as to what I wanted to actually talk about in shul on Saturday, I found some really interesting things. When looking in your Chumash, this is the Chumash, right? When looking in your Chumash, at the 10 utterances, or the 10 commandments, as we call it, it's really, really very interesting. Because what I found is that the trope, for those of you who know or may know, I'm going to assume most of you know, the trope are the musical notations, right? So in the Chumash, there are musical notations, but those are the musical notations only for study. Those are not the musical notations that you sing when you're actually reading the 10 commandments from the Torah. Interesting, no? For those of us that are rabbis or that lead services or help lead services, or just for those who are serious studiers of Torah and want to know what to study and when to study, we have these books called the Luach. I can't live without it. But what is so interesting is that in the Luach, it has the whole parsha of the 10 commandments with the proper nusach, with the proper trope marks. So these are the ones that you would read when you're studying for the Torah. So I called the executive director at the synagogue today and asked her if she would please make me a big copy, because we're not going to pull the Torah out this week. Usually during my contemporary service, we just read out of the Chumash, but we're not going to read that out of the Chumash because I'd like everyone to know what the real trope sounds like. And for those who read trope, we'll like compare and contrast, you know. So anyway, that was one thing. So the other thing, and this is just a short bit, Yitro is the name of the parsha, and there are only 2 other parshiot that are named for people who were not born in the covenant. One is Noach, and the other one is, oh my goodness, it just eluded me completely. Anybody know who the third one is? Oh, Noach, Yitro, and, oh, Balach. Bilam and Balach, you know? The story of Bilam and Balach. So I thought that was really interesting. And Yitro did a lot of things for the Jewish people. I don't know if you've read the Parsha this week yet or not, or have read it in the past, but he goes to his son-in-law Moses. Yitro is his father-in-law. Yitro goes to his son-in-law and says, "You are working way too hard. You are burning the candle at both ends. You've got to do something about this. This isn't fair to you, and it's not fair to the people," because the people would go to Moses with everything, absolutely every complaint, everything. So Yitro helped set up the system of judges. And that's a pretty big deal. I mean, that is a pretty big deal. That, and he brought his beloved Sipporah back to him with his sons, and that's just beautiful. Anyway, the other thing that I found really interesting doing my research this week, where'd it go? Was the Haftarah. Oops. The Haftarah is Isaiah, but it's got some really interesting stuff in it. Oh, man. Well, I printed it out so I would have it here, and somehow it eludes me. Oh, well. So this was Isaiah's first vision. This was his first vision. It's Isaiah 6. And I wanted to look at verses 2 and 3. Well.
Rabbi, do you want me to read it? I have it out.
Do you have it out? If you
I
would
have it out.
read it in English,
Yes,
that would be
yes.
amazing.
Okay.
Thank you, Ellen Rose.
This is 6, 2, and 3?
I think it is, yes.
Yes,
6, 2, and
okay.
3.
Seraphim stood above for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Seraphim stood above for him, 6 wings to each one. With 2 he would cover his face, and with 2 he would cover his feet, and with 2 he would fly. 3. And one called to the other and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory.
Exactly. This is where in the Amidah, in the Kedusha, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot Melech ha'aretz kevodo. The seraphim are talking to each other. You're holy. No, you're holy. You're holy. No, the Lord of hosts is holy. I love this. I love that this is where it comes from. This week's Haftarah. You know, we don't often talk about the Haftarot. I belong to a conservative synagogue. And a whole long conservative service is 3 hours. You know, you read all of the aliyot, you read the Haftarah, and then you do Musaf. And it's a lot. It's a long service. But every once in a while, it's a beautiful thing to attend. If you've got the time and you don't have shpilkus, you know, making you crazy, and you can just sit calmly and enjoy it, it's a lovely thing. So anyway, I just thought I would point out that this week's Haftarah has this amazing, special, beautiful thing in it. All right, the floor is open. Anybody have any comments, questions, whatevers?
I have a question on the names of Yitro. From what I read in the, it said that he has 7 names. Is that so?
I've only seen 2 so far this week, so he may have more. I don't know where you're reading it, but you probably have great sources.
I read it and I said, who is this? And then they say it was Moses' father-in-law. I said, no, it's supposed to be Yitro. And I'm figuring, how does this get like this? And then I found, I looked it up and it said there are 7 names. What is Ruel?
Yes,
and
that's the one I saw.
Yeah, and then there were others. Yeah.
Rabbi Ruthie, have you done some reading about it recently? You're muted though, my darling. Still muted. There she is.
I unmuted myself. Okay. So, and I don't have it handy because I did the research last year because even though we didn't have to, I wrote a drosh on this one. Let's see what I put in here. Anyway, in the men's commentary, it tells you all the names, And yeah, there are 7 of them.
That's
So
amazing.
I don't remember.
Good job,
the
Ellen
names.
Rose.
How did they figure all this out? And I don't know exactly how they did that, but hey, you know, Torah scholars.
I know.
They're far
Brilliant.
more brilliant than I am, that's for sure.
Gam
So yeah,
Ani.
he had many names.
Yeah. Anybody else? Questions, comments? No? All right. Then, Reba. I know. Isn't that interesting, Reba? Did everyone read Reba's comment? It's so interesting. It seems awkward that a Torah portion would be named Balak. He only wanted to curse us and never had good words for or thoughts for us. True. And he ended up giving us the prophet Bilam and one of the best blessings ever. It's so weird, Reba. You're right. That is just so weird. All right. So I'm going to share this. I love that thumbs up, Reba. I love that. Let me see if anybody. Nope, Barbara. All right. So I'm going to share screen. And we will do some prayers for healing. Mishaberach avotenu. Mikor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. And let us say Amen. Mishaberach imotenu mikor habracha la'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say Amen. Zipporah, would you read on behalf of the sick for us? I'm twisting arms
Yeah.
tonight. Thank you so much, love.
On behalf of the sick, we are grateful, O God, for the gift of life and for the healing powers you have implanted within your creatures. Sustain our loved ones through these days of illness with the courage and fortitude they need to endure weakness and pain. Help us to find ways to show our love to show our love for them so that we may be an influence for good in their time of need. And may all who suffer illness of body or mind know that you are with them, giving them strength of spirit as they struggle to recover. May their afflictions soon be ended, and may they return in health to family and friends. Blessed are you, Adonai, who heals the sick.
Amen. I would encourage you to say any names. I'm going to start tonight. A couple of my grandkids are sick, so Yosef Reuven ben Rachel, Aliyat Vered ben Rachel, and Rachel Tikva. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Aliyah Vered bat Rachel, Rachel Tikva bat Sima Sarah. Okay, your turn. Anybody want to call me some names? Or write them in the chat.
Okay. All those who are suffering physically and emotionally around the world, especially in Turkey and Syria. All those Sim Shalomers who are in need of Rufa Shlema, thank you. Especially Granny Franny and Mom Mackenzie. Lenny Ben Alexandra, Bill Ben Ann, Sarah Bat Colleen, Marlene Bat Kaya, Jenny Bat Wana. Thank you.
Dorothy, Marlene, Jean, Sue, John, Kedem, who has brain cancer. Friend's sick cat, Grandma Franny. Willow, all who suffer PTSD, all who suffer the disease of addiction. Amen. Lisa, who has the flu. Beautiful. Anyone else? Feel free to say it out loud. El na refana la, God, pray heal her, and them, and us. And all right, I lost my capo. So be it. El Narifanela, El Narifanela, El Narifanela, El Narifanela, El Narifanela, El Narifanela. All right, we can raise either in body or spirit for Aleinu Lishabach. The internet is stable. Weird. לשבח הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
I was right here. I was cleaning out my room. Were you? I couldn't tell. Well, I'll just give it up. Maybe there's no beer. You'll give it up.
That's okay. Brady accidentally unmuted. Mourner's Kaddish. Let us remember those who have transitioned to the world beyond. Is there someone who would like to read this part for us? Ellen Friedman, would you like to read this? Thank you, love. Oh, you just muted again.
Okay. Let us remember those who have transitioned to the world beyond to eternal rest. And though these dearest of souls may no longer be with us physically, their journeys have been ever imprinted in our hearts and minds. Even with the passage of time, the memory of them we cherish and hold precious. If you are in mourning or observing a yurtside, please recall those you hold in cherished and dearest memory as we say together the Mourner's Kaddish.
All right, I'm looking online. There doesn't seem to be any names there. Do we have any names tonight for us? Felix and Clara, Ernest Hines, Ernestine Hines, Elaine Hines, Kevin Hines, Mary Hines, all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, absolutely, and Amos Idau. Sephora, if I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. Alan Brown. All right, and let us say together, those in mourning or those whose custom it is to say Mourner's Kaddish. Please join me. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayeh dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'gala uv'izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudusha brichu. Le'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran bi'alma. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל יושבי תבל, v'yimeru. Amen. All souls are with you, O Sovereign. Teach us to live wisely and unselfishly, courageously and fruitfully, in truth and understanding, in love and peace, so that our remembrance of them will be more than just moments of regret, but rather be a catalyst for inspired living. May the names of those whose memories we cherish be for us a blessing, and may we be worthy so that those who come after us may likewise remember us for good, as we remember those who were unto us a blessing. And let us say, Amen. And that is it. Erev Tov, my friends. We've done it. Beautiful. So thank you everyone for joining me this evening. For those of you
Toda Rabba, Rabbi. It was the
Oh.
choices of your music is so uplifting. It really, the ones you
Oh.
choose, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Erev Tov. And take good care of yourselves. If you don't mind, I'd love to just take an opportunity to bless you before we go. Because I get to. Close your eyes, take it in, and enjoy. Yivarechecha Adonai, v'yishmerecha. May God bless you with all that you need to thrive. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha, v'yichunecha. May God see you face to face, and may you see God's face reflected in every face that you see. Yisa Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face shine upon you, and may you feel that connection to the divine that gives you a sense of wholeness and of peace. Can you hear it? So, God bless you. Erev Tov. Have a wonderful rest of the week. I hope I'll get to see you guys on Friday night. I'm going to try and make it Reb Elias's leading services tomorrow night. So I'm going to try and make it to Reb Elias's Marif tomorrow night. We'll see how it goes.
That'd be
Be
great.
well, everybody. Be well, be well. Take good care.
Shavua Tov.
Shavua
Shavua
Tov.
Tov.
I love you. I love you.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Arav Tov.